Hello and welcome. Today we're going to go ahead and take a look at the Deimos Safari. So Safari class ships are ships that are designed for you to go ahead and travel to some distant world with the goal of bagging some of these strange creatures that you could find there. So for this, we want to go ahead and have a ship that can carry at least four people. More would be better if we want, but minimum of four. And we need to go ahead and carry our weapons, so that way we can go ahead and take down that dangerous game. And then an infirmary in case the dangerous game gets us before we get it. Anything else beyond that is basically just a bonus. This particular ship is going to be built entirely using Deimos parts from the Deimos Star Yard over, well, Deimos in the Sol system. So, now that we've taken a look, let's go ahead and dock with that star yard. And before we board the star yard, let's go ahead and do our interior tour. All right, so we are starting in the cockpit right here, coming down little stairs here, and then we come into the armory. So the Deimos Armory does have plenty of spaces to go, bins to store your weapons in, as well as right over here, a couple different weapon mount racks. Right here is going to be our landing bay axis, and as we look up, that is going to be our docker axis. We will go and revisit that in just a moment. So, right here, we are going to come through this door, and this is going to enter into the Deimos 3x1 living quarters. So the living quarters has a galley right here, bathroom right there, then kind of a little wait area over here, so, little couch bench area for people to sit at. There are two beds in this area, and then there's going to be a couple more couches to just sit and relax here, and darts. Back here, we are getting the door that is going to lead into the infirmary. I would prefer if this was connecting directly through here into the armory, so you don't need to go through this, but I could not get the system to go ahead and build that how I wanted it to. That would be something for the Play Stores Yourself mod that could fix. Next up, coming through this side, we enter into the middle of the Deimos 3x1 all-in-one berth. This gives us another 4 beds and a bathroom right over here. A little table for people to eat at, and there's another galley over here. And then, when we come up here, and just hop up really quick, and this is going to be a Deimos 1x1 companionway. I'm using to guarantee that I have the ladder located right here and not coming up out of the infirmary or something. As I mentioned earlier, here's our docking access, and then right back here is going to be the captain's quarters. So we have another private bathroom right there. So we have 3 bathrooms and 7 beds in this ship. And then it's just a question of would you be the captain hiring out your crew space to go ahead and fly people out? Are you hiring people to go ahead and give the tours? Will you just provide the ship? Or are you the owner of the ship and you just want to bring your friends along as you go ahead and find that dangerous game? So, entering into the Deimos Star Yard, we are going to walk down the hall over here, down these stairs.
Welcome to Deimos.
Deimos engineers demand perfect. I think you'll be more than satisfied.
All right. And then we're going to come into the shipbuilder. Now for this ship, I am making use of the ship flip glitch, and also I'm making use of the duplication glitch. However, you do not need any mods to build this particular ship. So now that we've looked at it a little bit, the next step is to go ahead and delete it. So first things first, let's go ahead and grab our landing bay. Then let's fill out the human navigable portions. I'm going to start with the armory. I'm going to place that right there. Immediately behind the armory, I'm going to go ahead and place that infirmary. Then, right over here, going to the 3x1, and I'm going to grab the living quarters. I'm going to pull that back one. And on this side, I'm going to grab the 3x1 and pull it forward one. Then, right here, I'm going to go ahead and grab the companionway. And behind that, let's go ahead and grab those captain's quarters. Then, to finish off the human navigable portions, I'm going to come right here and we're going to grab the slim docker. And then right here, we are going to grab the DS20.2. Note the DS20.3 does require Starship design, so that's why we're using the .2. We could also use the Ares bridge. It just does not quite feel right for how this ship is built. Now that that is out of the way, let's go ahead and grab our reactor and grav drive. These are both going to be placed right here at the bottom underneath the infirmary. Which spot you use doesn't really matter. For the reactor, I grabbed the 360T Stellarator, and for the grav drive, I grabbed the Helios 300. Now, for both of these, I went ahead and I hid them. So for me to do that, I go on over to the Structural tab. I'm going to grab the Deimos hulls here. I'm going to pull this off to the side. Not quite that off to the side. Then copy, copy. Don't worry, we're going to be using that a bunch on this build. Now that I have finished that, the next thing I'm going to do is going to come over here and grab the Deimos belly. And then right here, I'm going to grab my shield generator. I'm going to place that there. And then I'm going to grab a Deimos hull again. I'm going to put this right here, copy, delete it, and that is where my shield is hiding. Because I can't resist, I'm now going to come over here and I'm going to choose my fuel tanks. Got a Titan 550 on this side and a Titan 550 on this side. Can you guess what I'm going to do? Yeah. There we go. Then, let me go ahead and come back on over to the structural tab. Just going to finish up really quick this center line. And then we'll just slap a tail on right there. Alright. Coming on over to the front, let's go ahead and just slap our braking engines on. And then our bumpers. Alright, so we do still have two errors. This is that we need our landing gear and that we need our engines. Now, for the engines, we have two choices. The way that I originally built the ship would be to go ahead and grab a pair of the Ares DT30s here and here, and then put another pair here and here. However, if you wanted to, you could go ahead and put that here and here, and bring the bumper back to connect it. So basically you could have it look like this, with kind of the pack right there, or you can have it a little bit more staggered like this. Another option, if you don't want this coming all the way back, is we can come on over to the structural components, grab a wing, flip it like this, and then let's grab another bumper. So now that this is connected with the wing, we can take that off, put the bumper on, flip that into place, pull that off, flip that into place, and then flip that into place. So this would give us kind of a longer tapered bit on each side to go ahead and put the engines here like this. So it is entirely your choice if you prefer this look or if you prefer this look. Also, instead of using the DT30s here, you could very easily come on in and grab, say, the Ammon 3s or your favorite, White Dwarf. So, make your decision on how you want things connected, but this is the way that I displayed on the intro. So I do still have one error. That error is that I do need to go ahead and get landing gear. So for this ship, I went ahead and I put 320 landing gear on. And you can see that I used 4 of these. So where exactly you put them is kind of up to you. However, I'm just putting them here because I want to go ahead now and grab the Deimos Skegs A's and place those like that. And that is the bottom of the ship. Coming around to the top of the ship, I have the spine A flipped here, spine B, and just put that on that side. And then I have my cargo. So for this ship, I have the 200 cm ballast cargo, and you'll note that it can fit in basically wherever you want here. And for this particular build, you can see that I used 4 of these. This is dropping my mobility down a little bit and raising my mass. However, I get 1200 cargo, which should be more than enough to carry, whatever trophies I want back from wherever I ended up. Now note here, I do have 2 more connection points on the side here that I could make use of if I wanted to. So you've got plenty of room for making decisions there, or you can come here on the bottom and flip them into place down here if you want it to be more ground level. Alright, all that being said, the last thing is going to be the weapons. So on this ship I used 4 of the Disruptor 3300s, and you can just place them anywhere on these lines. And then one more right here. And somewhere in all my demonstrations, I've gone ahead and added an extra piece somewhere that I don't care to figure out where it is. But this is the ship, and all that's left now is to go ahead and color it. So, for what I originally did, I did kind of a white with red, and then and this is not my favorite paint color. However, I've been using a lot of various paint colors on all my ships, and I decided I wanted to experiment a little bit and to just try this out, see if it grows on me. Of course, if you do not like it, though, you can always swap that for anything else that you would like. So that is how we build the ship. And since we already started with the exterior views, that is also where I'm going to go ahead and leave you. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.
When you get serious about your